What is going on? I'm zmoT. We are here with an official Boombeach sneak peek. Now we are sitting here on the dev build. For those that are unaware, we've got 1,000,000 diamonds and unlimited prototype parts and all that sort of stuff. It is not connected to the real servers. This is a dev build which is only given to select individuals, and it does not affect the real world. I did not hack the game. I have to get that out of the way to start with, because every time someone asks me how I hacked the game, I did not hack the game, I promise. Okay, now moving right along, we are looking at the tribal trophies. This upcoming Mega Crab is going to be a tribal event, and that means is warrior, warrior, warrior. As you can see in the top left corner up there, I've set my name to Savage Warrior on the dev build. A shout out to the original OG Warrior, who had fantastic videos years and years ago about warriors and other troops. So if you've never heard of them, please go check them out. Now, I will be doing a live stream for the Mega Crab coming up on the real build. So check the cards. You'll see an event. Come check me out. Come say hello. Come play. All of those sorts of things. But now that that's out of the way, let's get right into the good stuff. Quick hits. The Gunboat ability will be Super Warriors. The Warrior health boosts will go up every 10 stages. Stages 1 to 10, 50%. 11 to 20, 100%. 21 to 30, 150%. Stage 31 plus will be at 200% health. Combine that with some boosted troop health, and you've got a recipe for some fun warrior hits. I'm going to predict that you can probably get to stage 40 using just warriors. I'm going to try to do that on my main account. Please come join us in the live stream. We'll see how that goes. Now, the trophy stages have been adjusted a little bit. Stone is stage 10 as normal. Iron is stage 20 as normal. Gold is 50, which I believe is normal. And diamond has been dropped down from 80 down to 70. So let's get rid of that. I'll post a link to this image in the description. Go check that out if you want to see it. More details. I don't know what else you'd want to see, but I'll share it just in case. Now, the tribes. These tribes are going to be magical. 175% of the GBE Gain. This is going to be huge. I'm not going to say that people are going to be using warriors all the way. I don't think that's going to be the case. Troops like RCZM, troops like tanks and Grens and Bullet, those are going to be the troops to use for the later stages, much like the last crab, I think, but we'll find out soon enough. Now we're going to quickly fly through. Let's have a look here. I didn't look at these back statues. We've got the gold, we've got the iron, we've got the stone. I personally will be going for the diamond, of course, but the iron looks kind of cool. I think the iron is the winner of the coolest non-super champion statue. But let's get going just to see what's going to happen. Stage 1, we've got Super Warriors as our GBE ability. We've got 50% health as previously discussed. Let's have a look here. 6 out of 6 attacks. And so it's the exact same time as our previous. So if we just drop an artillery and then retreat, you're going to see that it is going to be at exactly, come on, countdown is 1 hour. Just like last crab, that seems to be the sweet spot. They have not changed that whatsoever. Now, let's get into a real attack. You'll notice right there, we've got a super soldier. I think it's a warrior. I'm going to assume it's a warrior. Quite a bit of health there. Holy crow. This is only on stage 1. I forgot how much health these things have. And out comes the super warrior. Let's throw another super warrior. Now, we've got 2 super warriors. Obviously, one unlocked by that sweet looking container, and one thrown using GBE. These things go up by 5 GBE as you use them. Nothing new or exciting here, but it's going to be interesting to see how well these things stand up. I don't think they're going to be terribly useful once you get to the later stages, but we don't really know. I saw Super Warriors described as fat critters or fat freezing critters. I like them a lot. They are a good time. I'm just not sure how useful they'll be on the later stages. We're going to have to wait and find out. As you can see, I've got warriors loaded as my troop loadout. I am going to try to use solely warriors as long as I possibly can. The funnest part of the hasty crab was getting solos on stage 36, 39, and 41 or whatever it was. It was absolutely ridiculous and so incredibly fun. If you've not played with warriors lately, please give them a try, this mega crab. See how far you can make it. Hit me up on Twitter or on my YouTube comments. Let me know how far you get with just warriors. I will be doing the same. I have the advantage of a couple. I have two main max level accounts. So one of them I will be using warriors and doing silly fun things, and the other I'm going to probably be using tank, Gren, bullet, maybe medics. I don't tend to like throwing medics in there, but we'll have to see. I'm very curious. I'm going with 5 GBE statues, 4 troop damage statues, and 1 troop health statue. I don't know how this is going to go. I feel like you probably don't need quite that many GBE statues just because of this crazy... I'll show you. Let's just do a crazy attack here. Let's just drop all of our warriors across here and watch them just rack up crazy amounts of GBE. So I don't know. I'm very curious to see if we're going to get other super soldiers besides warriors. I really want to see those super grenadiers come back, just based on the sheer explosive craziness that they had to offer. Look at this, 397 GBE within seconds on stage 4. So tons of GBE. This, typically with Mega Crab, you have a really hard time keeping up with the GBE. And now imagine the fact you're getting almost 3 times as much GBE. You're gonna have to be quick on your toes just to use up all this GBE. Watch the numbers just explode. It's going to be absolutely insane. I'm also want to see, please send me your screenshots with your highest possible GBE numbers. I want to see what sort of GBE numbers people are getting, especially if you're using RCZM or if you're walking the base with warriors for that matter. Look how many super warriors we can throw, and we can still throw more critters. That's going to be the hardest part of this Mega Crab, I think, is staying on top of your GBE, because there is just so much GBE at all times. So yeah, please send me your screenshots. You can send them by Twitter, send them by Discord, send them by carrier pigeon. Just get them to me because I want to see them. I feel like there's going to be just absolutely crazy numbers of GBE. Like, we can just keep throwing super warriors over and over and over. When that runs out, we'll throw critters, and then we'll throw the fat freezing critters. Like, just so much GBE. I might actually bring out the Warreneer. For those of you who don't know, I had a video where I used cryos with warriors. It was absolutely ridiculous. It was like the first week Cryoneers were launched. It is not a great strategy, but it's a fun strategy. So come on, we're going to say just 1 to 20, and we're going to try and do... Oh man, look how much GBE we're going to get here. Let's pop the cryo, and then just let all of our warriors go. Now, notice I'm using bullet with energy drink. I don't know that taunt is the right ability for Mega Crab with warriors. Please hit me up in the comments. I'm very interested to see what people think, but I kind of feel like energy drink has passed taunt as the best ability for warriors with the Mega Crab. I realize that taunt is just not quite what it used to be. The radius has been reduced or nerfed, whatever you want to call it. So energy drink seems like it's going to be the right answer. It might not be, but I just wanted to throw that out there. Energy drink with warriors, and that might be the answer. I also might be using some bullet teleporting. We'll have to see. Please check the cards for a video on that if you haven't yet seen it. It is absolutely silly ridiculousness. Now, as you may or may not know, there are 2 different sizes of beaches. The middle ones are terrible. The outside ones are fantastic. So I will be trying to stick to the outside ones wherever possible. Let's shock the SuperCell. SuperCells are not my friend. I do not like SuperCells whatsoever. They are... I don't like them. I don't like SuperCells. I realize that people have figured out ways to deal with them, but I am just not there yet. So I tend to shock them wherever possible. I'll also be using the Super Warriors to slow them down using their magical cryo abilities. Like, look how much GBE we have. We are just using the absolute locust approach, and we're not losing a lot of troops. Obviously, we're only on stage 8, so I don't think this will last forever, but maybe, just maybe, there's some sort of like medic warrior type of combo here. With 200% health boost plus troop health, maybe there's some sort of you don't need RCZM anymore, you just use medics with warriors. I don't know. Those are the kind of things that are going to be interesting to see, because the Mega Crab brings out a little bit different strategies than normal. Just like, look how much GBE we're going to have. I can just keep throwing critters essentially forever. I wonder if we can get all the way through this attack and just keep throwing critters every few seconds. I feel like that can probably happen. Oh man, there we go. We hit a dead spot. But look how much GBE we have. This is going to be absolutely silly, ridiculous fun as far as this like the warrior part of it. Yes, warriors. I love using warriors. Warriors are exciting and they're fun to use. But honestly, the real MVP, the real winner of this whole thing is this tribe right in here. Let's have this tribe right here. Spirit Dancer, 175% gunboat gain is going to be great. Now, one other thing I was thinking of is the heavy speed tribe. Perhaps we're gonna, for those of you who have been playing for a long time, perhaps we can see like a Harrier, I think was what it's called. Heavy warrior strategies coming back, because heavies now will run at the same approximate speed as warriors. And I don't know if that's actually going to be a thing or not, but I figured I'd throw it out there because the fact that heavies are going to run at approximately the same speed makes me think that maybe, just maybe, heavy warrior will come back. I really sort of doubt it, but it'd be cool to see, because that, speaking of OGs, that was an old strategy that has that was around for a long time and doesn't really have a use so much anymore, just because Bullet is around and all of those sorts of good stuffs. But maybe, just maybe, we'll find out. I kind of doubt it. If you use it, please, again, hit me up in the comments on Twitter. However you want to get me the message, just please send me screenshots, send me funny videos. Replays will work. If you have not already installed the optional update from Boombeach, please install it. It fixes replays, and that was one of the biggest beefs about the Mega Crab last time, was the lack of replays. So replays will or should work in this Mega Crab, which should make things much more fun for task forces. The last Mega Crab event was a little bit, that was the biggest beef that I had, was that replays did not work. Boombeach went out and fixed it as soon as they possibly could, and now we are back in action. Now, why I'm doing this smoking attack right now is that I'm very curious. Look at that. My heavies are easily keeping up with my warriors. So that is, look how slow Bullet looks as a result. Just the heavies running on ahead. Is this the right call? I don't know. I think you need to use 3 smokes to cover the entire headquarters with warriors. That's the only thing that's going to be a problem. Warriors, trying to smoke them onto the core is going to be a bit of a challenge. You're going to have to use extra GBE. That is where warriors are going to fall down, I think. But maybe, just maybe, we can use heavies and or energy drink to provide a nice shield for them. Let's go into here. Same sort of idea. We're going to pop all of stage 12. I feel like we should be able to just drop our Super Warrior. Don't need to use smoke. Super Warrior will provide our nice cover, and then we're going to head back into here. Obviously, Super Warriors do not follow flares, so that will make things a little bit interesting, to say the least. Let's go like this. Bam, bam, lots and lots of GBE left. Bullet will come in. Man, he sure is going to be slow on some of these levels. Bullet is going to be it's going to be interesting to see how Bullet does, how Bullit can keep up, but look at these super warriors just sitting out front, protecting our troops. Maybe brick might be a better option, you know? Getting brick with battle orders might be a better option. So we will find out. Again, please share your strategies with me. I will do the same. Those heavies back there are completely useless, but at least they're pretty, I don't know. But look at all this GBE gained. One of the things you're going to want to do on this Mega Crab is when you see those piles of dream tubes or supply crates or whatever, make sure you barrage them before you drop your troops, because you want to pick up all that GBE, otherwise you're just not going to be able to keep up. Hopefully I'm covering all of the things. I made some pretty notes and then I forgot them. So let's move right along. Stage 13, losing my voice. Let's have a sip of water. Okay, stage 13, same sort of idea. Let's get all of these things popping. We'll drop our super warriors out front. Now you're going to watch, we're actually going to go up in GBE at this point. Even though these super warriors are just standing out front, we just went up by a whole bunch of GBE. So exploding those cryo bombs is going to be critical. Same thing with these critter boxes back here. Get them out, get your free GBE. Those super warriors are going to act as a nice shield. And we're going to run all the way back to here, and the super warriors are going to continue to provide a nice little shield for us. Use that to your advantage. We have 248 GBE. So much GBE that there's no way you can use that. I mean, unless you're Stunton, who I think he did like an 8 shock, 3 critter, 2 battle order, ridiculous maze hit. You're probably not going to be able to use all this GBE in one spot. Look at this, we're at 221 right now. So let's just get all of these crazy things out, and we'll just keep dropping super warriors. They're going to provide a ton of cover for us, but you're going to want to use up a whole bunch of GBE before dropping your troops, because you just can't keep up. It is impossible to keep up with the GBE unless you're just spamming stuff. So that's going to be a huge challenge. I gotta say, I think that I would love to see someone get the diamond trophy using only warriors. If you're up for that challenge, please do so. Like, watch this, 167 starting GBE. Watch this. We're gonna drop a barrage in this mess right here. This is like hitting Chimera right now. Like we just went up a whole bundle full of GBE. We're gonna do it again over here. And look at this, 309, 317 GBE. Just absolutely bananas. I need to come up with some better acronyms, or not better acronyms, some better ways to describe this, because the GBE numbers are just absolutely staggering. They are just silly bananas. Whatever you want to use to describe them, it's going to be fun. You are going to enjoy this. And as you can see here, I have lost 0 troops so far, and we just ran in and hit all sorts of flamethrowers and things. So these warriors are heal themselves. If you didn't know that, please look it up. Warriors heal themselves, and when you add in the fact they're going to have 200% health boost plus your troop health boost, it's going to be very silly and very we have 438 GBE, like just staggering numbers of GBEs. I'm trying desperately to keep up by throwing super warriors absolutely everywhere, and the GBE numbers are still going up, so it's gonna be fun. I think maybe that Bullit is going to be the wrong hero. Maybe, just maybe, the Shock Knuckles will actually be a great ability here, because you can just keep spamming it. I don't know. This is going to be very different than any other crab we've had, and kudos to SuperCell, because I really enjoy the Mega Crab. It has gotten to the point where people are changing statues for it. There are competitions, there are replay challenges, there are all sorts of great things happening around Mega Crab, and it has done exactly what I assume they hoped it would do, which is get the hype, get people talking, get people playing. And so I am I'm impressed with it. I like Mega Crab quite a bit, and I hope you guys do too. I assume you do as you're watching this video. I will be doing a number of streams, and please check out, please follow my channel. Let me know what you'd like to see. I try to make my live streams as interactive as possible because that is where I get all of, it's just so much fun. Come in, tell me what strategies you think I should use for specific stages, things that you did, how you soloed it. Watch this, a Flotsam cannon. That's going to be a big bad danger moment. Those are going to explode and ruin our lives. So stage 15, beware of the Flotsam. Let's shock our warriors back here actually, and maybe let the Flotsam explode. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but those Flotsams are dangerous, and as you can see here, they just exploded all of my warriors, but we have many super warriors, so this is getting a little bit long in the tooth. 21 minutes of sneak peek-ism as we get some achievements in the background. Now, one of the advantages of Mega Crab, for those of you who have lived in a rock for the last little while, is you can gain a ton of powder. So even if you're just using GBE attacks, please attack Mega Crab. You will gain powder. It will make your account stronger and better, and you don't even have to just drop Super Warriors and see how far you can get doing that. You don't need to use any troops. You can just use Super Warriors. You have to have troops loaded, obviously, but that's where it ends. Let's drop all sorts of Super Warriors around so they can go take out some things. Let's shock the shock launcher. So I'm thinking that this kind of strategy could get you pretty far. Just the straight up locust, crazy, scorched earth style strategy. I mean, your GBE numbers are just go through the absolute roof. And we've only lost 2 warriors at this point. 2 warriors through all of this craziness that we've just done. So yes, I know we're only on stage 16, but nonetheless, just so much GBE on the table that actually, where are my shock knuckles? Did shock knuckles do anything? I don't have a clue where Bullet is, but I'm gonna guess that the shock knuckles did not do a heck of a lot of good. And obviously, if you're a low level, make sure you get to the required HQ. I believe it's HQ 7 or Armory 8, somewhere in that neighborhood, to get Mega Crab, because you can get so many upgrades done. Ooh, that's going to be an interesting one. The Microwaver against warriors, against super warriors for that matter, will be very interesting. Now, see, you want to get your super warriors out just because they do all sorts of cryo goodness, and you can slow down and get your landing with no smokes and do fantastic things. That's one of the great things about super warriors, is they will allow you to drop your troops without being attacked or ruined or needing all that much smoke. It's just like using Bullet and putting him out front, except you're going to be using super warriors and or critters and or all sorts. Like, look, where our GBE, I've been throwing things this entire attack essentially, and we're already at crazy numbers again. Need to shock that Microwaver as soon as possible. This is kind of like when for those of you who played with Wanks, that sounds terrible, I know, but there was a time when there was an accidental bug where warriors had the health of tanks. This is pretty darn similar, I have to say. These warriors with this crazy GBE numbers is just silly. And by the way, Shock Knuckles actually worked half decently there, so Shock Knuckles with unsmoked warriors may be the way to go. Again, hit me up in the comments. Let me know. We got prototype parts there. We're getting powder. We're getting crystals. Oh my goodness, need to take a breath. Let's get up to that iron trophy. I'm not sure if I called it an iron trophy or not. Let's show the quick hit one more time, just for those of you who missed it. Again, I will put it in the description if you want to go check it out. Let's go. Stage 18. I am running out of steam. Ooh, this will be interesting. Look at all those rocket launchers and CMOs. There's been on a large number of SEMOs, I have to say. And for someone who does not like SEMOs all that much, that is a bit troubling. Do we need to worry about these rockets? That's what I'm very curious to see. We are only at, is that 50% health boost, I think? Maybe 100% health boost? Not entirely sure. I think maybe we could add some medics in behind. I don't entirely know. We need to get some shocks out. I think we have too many rocket launchers. Let's get some of these dudes out while we still can. Could you imagine if we had medics in behind here, though? I gotta say, medics with warriors would be absolutely ridiculous, but there has been a number of ridiculous strategies that have worked on Mega Crab. So, as per usual, stage 18 is where it starts to get a bit tough, and I think we're actually going to lose, which that's good to see. I like to see the fact that we can't just drop warriors and try to keep up with the GBE. So, first failure on stage 18, that's good to see. Shock Knuckles keeping our things alive, sort of, maybe a little bit, not really. The Scorched Earth policy does not work forever, which is nice to see. Will warriors take down stage 18? I don't know. Could someone solo this? Maybe. If you solo it with warriors, again, please let me know. I'd love to see it. I don't know if it's actually possible or not. Need more of these Shock Knuckle things. Look at that, getting some GBE back. Yeah, I'm trying my hardest to sell Shock Knuckles just because that teleport had me absolutely howling. It is the most ridiculous use of an ability I can remember seeing. Look at this. We got everything down, but it's still not going to be enough because that SEMO is going to ruin our life. Stage 18 is where it gets tough. This is going to take those low-level accounts a couple hits. The 18 is where it gets tough. I believe it gets easier after 18, so just persevere. You will get it down. Let's carry on. Actually, you know what? Let's add a boat or two of medics. I just want to see what this looks like. I kind of think it's going to be absolutely dumb, but you'll never know unless you try. We've already got a dumb ability. Let's get a dumb troop combination and just go all the way silly. Get all sorts of those guys out. We're going to shock the SEMO. SEMOs for me are just instant shock. I want nothing to do with SEMOs. They are well designed. As much as I don't like them, I have to say they are a well planned prototype defense, and they drive me absolutely nuts. Where is Bullet? Are my medics? You know what? My medics are doing a pretty darn good job. We've lost limited number of warriors. Obviously, there's not all that many defenses left yet at this point, but can you imagine? Warriors with medics is maybe just like we're going to skip the rifles and the Zookas and just go warrior cryo medic WCM. I don't know. Again, very, very open to whatever you guys have to say about troop compositions. See, look at this. 19 is a piece of cake compared to 18. 18 is by far... It seems like 18 is the wake-up call on most crab stages. So we're going to try to BART down these Flotsams. One of the hardest words in the Boombeach dictionary, the Flotsam. One of the hardest words to pronounce, I should say. Let's go. We're going to BART these down. And the reason why I BART these down is just because I do not know how they work all that much. They are... I can't wait for them to be in-game. I can't wait to do hammer... Look at that. Those graphics are just so good. Now, here we go. Let's get our warrior medics into action, and we shall see how this goes. So far, there's nothing that's telling me that warrior medics will not work, which is crazy. I need to come up with some better adjectives because I can't keep saying crazy and bananas, but that's what we're going to do. And let's just get all the way back into here. Need to shock some things. Have I lost? Yeah, I'm losing. I am losing warriors. So this is not the perfect strategy or necessarily even a viable strategy. but we're going to give it a shot. I'm going to come all the way back over into here because I want to get... Oh, need to smoke my medics. Super Warriors doing their thing at core, which is kind of nice. That's one of the things that I can't stress enough. The fact they don't follow flares can be used to your advantage, or it can totally mess up your attack. So you want to be a little bit careful as to where you put these dudes. Those snipers are not touching them. Now, the number one question people are going to be asking is, does the warrior boost affect super warriors? And I can positively tell you that I have no idea whatsoever. And I have no way to test it. So we're going to go with a resounding maybe. Maybe. I kind of doubt it, but maybe. Let's move right along. I guess we could like time. Let's have a look at this. We could go like this. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to do this. We are going to find out boom cannon damage per second is 821, I think that is. We're going to go like this. We're going to get a boom cannon. We're going to use an attack, and we're going to set it up on stage 20, and we're going to see exactly what happens when we remove all of these things and let a boom cannon shoot a super warrior in the face. I think that's a good way to close the video. I think let's get rid of all of this stuff, and we will just let a boom cannon shoot a super warrior in the face and see exactly how much damage, how many shots it takes to get rid of it. So we're going to let the smoke clear. We're going to put him right there, and we'll shock him in place. 1. Come on. 2. 3. Come on. 4. And 5. So that puts it at around 4,000 health. I don't know exactly what the numbers are for Super Warrior health, but for those of you out there who may want to do tests on lower stages, please let me know in the comments if your Super Warriors are affected. Actually, you know what? I will look up Super Warriors, look for my comment below, and I'll put how much health they have by default, and we'll see if they're affected or not. Can't do that right now, so just check the comments below. And I think that is it. I don't know if I can attack stage 20 or not, so we're just going to leave it as is. You can see stage 20 sitting here with pretty standard stuff. Maybe we can come back into here, hit the shock launcher, and just walk towards core. I don't think that the locust clear everything scorched earth approach is the best, but maybe some sort of hybrid where you clear the easy stuff at the front and then smoke to the back. Let me know in the comments which hero you're planning on using, if it's going to be Bullit or actually maybe even Everspark for those scorched earth style attacks. Nonetheless, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Maybe even Kavan. Kavan does some healing. Maybe with Ice Shield you can get some, or even with Second Wind bringing back some extra warriors. Let me know. Once again, very long sneak peek here today. Thank you for sticking with me till the end, those of you who did, and hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully it was somewhat informative, and if you have any feedback on the length, on the information, or anything whatsoever, please hit me up. And as always, check the description for as many details as I can cram into there. I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in, and peace.